So we have completed unit 1 of the chapter on examination. On examination unit 1 हमें already सारी चीज़ तो पहले तार question answer discuss कर दे बोला let's have a discussion on the question answer of the unit 1 text based question answer and thereafter I'll go to unit 2. Okay, so the first question of the day is, what does the writer like examination? So you can say no, the writer doesn't like examination. Quote the line in support of your answer. So the line you have to write is the these were means the examinations were a great trial to me. Then number 2, mention the subject that were dearest to the examiner. Mention the subject that were dearest to the examiner, that is Latin and Greek. Latin and Greek were the subject that are dearest to the examiner. Question number 3, which subject did the writer like the most? The subject the writer liked the most were writing essay, history and poetry. Question number 4, what reason does the writer give for his not doing well in the examination? Question number 4 is what reason does the writer give for his not doing well in examination? So यार उत्तर कौन होगा? The answer will be the writer wanted to express his knowledge. On the other hand, the examiners, they wanted to expose his ignorance, and the result of that, he did not do well in the examination. Then question number 5, pancho number प्रश्न कौन अच्छी? What did the writer write in the answer book for the Latin paper? The Latin paper कौन लिखिले? At the top of the paper, he just wrote his name, and after much of reflection, he just put wrote the number and put bracket within that number. That's all he had written, and he had written nothing. Question number 6, what are the sad spectacle for him? What are the sad spectacles? दुखर दृश्यटा कौन थिला तांको पाई? The answer will be the sad spectacle for him was several blots and smudges arrived from nowhere from his eyes. This is the sad spectacle. Then question number 7, what are the writer's position in the merit list for admission? As in the attendance list or admission register in Harrow, it's written according to alphabetical order, and as his name start with S, he did not get any benefit from it, and he became just 2 from the bottom. Then comes question number 8, whom does he give the credit of his success? The writer gives all the credit of his success to the headmaster, Dr. Weldon. Then question number 9, what does he mean by I gain no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wide sphere of letter? तो से अल्फाबेट रू किसी भी लाभ पाइले नहीं, यार अर्थ कौन? इले मो जल्दी सारुची कारण हमको यूनिट 2 आज सारिबार अछि. So what does he mean by I gain no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wide sphere of letter? As in the admission register of Harrow, the name of the students were written in alphabetical order, and his name no, if you like only Odia, then go for other channel please. It is English, and English must be understood in English. Okay, Adi? So what does he mean by I gain no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wide sphere of letter? से अक्षर मान जो 26टा लेटर रू किसी भी बेनिफिट पाइले नहीं, तो यार अर्थ कौन? It means the names of new students in the admission register of Harrow is written in alphabetical order, and as his name starts with S, that's why he became just 2 from the bottom. Okay, and to quote this particular region, the writer had written that I gain no more advantage from the alphabet than from the wide sphere of letter. Then question number 10, 10 number प्रश्न, how did he become the last boy in the class? केमिति से last थई गेले? How did he become the last boy in the class? As according to the writer, the other 2 boys who were below him, they immediately go out from the school for illness or any other reason. That's why he became the last boy in the school. Question number 11. 11 number प्रश्न. What is the custom of calling the roll at Harrow? Harrow रे केमिति से माने roll call नौतले. Calling the roll at Harrow was a little bit different from that of Eton. ठीक है, difference थिला, and it was like, you know, the boys, they filed past the master one by one, yeah, lifting their heads, and they say yes sir. So this is the roll call of the system of taking roll at Harrow. And question number 12 is there. What is the custom of calling the roll at Eton? Eton रे attendance roll call जो नौथिले तारा system टा कौन थिला? So at Eton, the boys stand in a cluster. The boys stand in a cluster and they lift their heads when their names are called. This is the custom of calling roll at Eton. Then question number 13. 13 number प्रश्न. Question number 13 is, why is last of all? Why did people say so? Why is last of all? शेष सबले शेषरे कहीं की अछि? Why did people say so? लोक माने कहीं की एवली कहतले. Kirosindu, good evening. So what happens? As he was the last boy of the school, and his father was one of the eminent person of England. In addition of that, many people were standing at the stair to see Winston Churchill march by at the time of their roll call. And at that time, he was always listening that, irreverent comment, why is last of all? People were always talking about that. And it was invidious humility for him. So, these are the questions. 13टा प्रश्न थिला पिले एबे आमे पढिबा 13टा प्रश्न मु कहि दैछि टिके फास्ट कहली एथि पई कि मते माने टाइम कवर करिवार अछि हाफ एन आवर भितरे आधा घंटा भितरे मते टाइम कवर करिवार थिला सेथि पई मु टिके फास्ट कहि देले ठीक अछि आ या ऊपर ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन मु बनाई दैछि या ऊपर ऑलरेडी बहुत दिन आगु भी वीडियो अछि ऑन एग्जामिनेशन रो टोटल क्वेश्चन रो वीडियो ऑलरेडी क्वेश्चन आंसर रो वीडियो अछि ऑलरेडी तमे देखि पारिबो. Okay, so look, unit 2, page number 60, 60 number पृष्ठ. Think of the role of the teacher in a student's life. आमे जदि भाबिबा गोटे छात्रर जीवन रे शिक्षकर भूमिका कौन? Yes or no? Doesn't it जने शिक्षक गोटे पिला भितरे गोटे छात्र भितरे से प्रतिभार सृष्टि करिथाय, प्रतिभार सर्जना करिथाय. Yes or no? And read the following unit of the text and note the role played by Mr. Somerville in the writer's education at Harrow. वर्तमान 8 यूनिट रे आमे जानिबा जे व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ए टीचर. तांकर जो टीचर थिले मिस्टर समरवेल, तांकर इंग्लिश टीचर थिले, तांकर रोल कौन थिला? व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ हिज टीचर इन द लाइफ ऑफ विंस्टन चर्चिल? विंस्टन चर्चिल जीवन रे तांकर इंग्राजी शिक्षकंकर भूमिका विषय रे वर्तमान ए यूनिट रे में पढ़िबा. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द टेक्स्ट पढ़िबा पिले. I continued in this unpretentious situation. Unpretentious कहले you can say unfavorable माने कौन कह जीवो माने जो जिनस मते भल लागु नथला. Unpretentious, okay, modest, लज्जाजनक परिस्थिति ए भलिया किछि. Unpretentious situation for nearly a year. गोटे वर्ष ए भलिया बितिला. However, से जहाँ भी हो, however, by being so long in the lowest form, ए तले बहुत दिन धरी रहिबा द्वारा. शांतनु, nice to see you here. So long in the lowest form, I gained, gained, gained कहले लाभ करिबा पाइबा. gained means to get. gained means to get. I gained no more Jai Jagannath, Ashok, Jai Jagannath. So gained an immense advantage. Immense means you can say enough. Advantage कहले लाभ. Advantage कहले लाभ. I gained an immense advantage. ମୋତେ ବହୁତ ଲାଭ ମିଳିଲା କ'ଣ ଓଭର ଦ କ୍ଲେଭରର ବଏଜ୍, ଓଭର ଦ କ୍ଲେଭରର ବଏଜ୍ ଯେଉଁ ଚଲାକ ପିଲାମାନେ ଥିଲେ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ମୁଁ ଲାଭରେ ରହିଲି, ମାନେ ତଳେ ରହିବା ଦ୍ୱାରା ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଠାରୁ ମୁଁ ଲାଭରେ ରହିଲି। କାହିଁକି କିଭଳି ଲେଟ୍ ସି। They all went on to learn Latin and Greek. They all, yes Pooja। So they all means those cleverer boys। एठी दे कहाँ पाई व्यवहार है those cleverer boys से जो चलाक पिला माने थिले। They all went on to learn Latin and Greek। So they all went on to learn Latin and Greek। से क्या कले Latin and Greek पढ़िले को माने those students means those so called clever students से माने कौन कले से माने पढ़िबा पई गले कौन पढ़िबा पई गले Latin and Greek। and splendid things, splendid means आकर्षणीय, splendid things like that जदि से सब्जेक्ट गुड़ा का splendid बोली कहा जाए then splendid thing like that। and but I was taught English, but I was taught English, ମୁଁ इंग्लिश पढ़िली। I was taught मते इंग्लिश पढ़ा हैला पैसिव वॉइस रे अछि I was taught English, yes or no। but I was taught English, yes or no। we were considered such dunces। dunce means dull, dunce means dull, dunce कहले dull, dull कहले बोका। so I was considered such dunces। मते एई भलिया माने बुद्धू कैटेगरी रे निया जाइथिला, मते एई भलिया कैटेगरी रे निया जाइथिला। ओके such dunces that we could learn only English, we could learn only English। जे आमे केवल इंग्लिश ही पढ़ी पारिबु, इंग्लिश ही पढ़ी पारिबु आ अलगा किछि जानि पारिबु नाही। पिले जेमती गोटे जिनस मन रखिबा आमर को हुए आम माने आमे जेमती आमे ओडिया लोक आमको ओडिया पाई आमको भल लगे नहीं, ओडिया भल लगे नहीं कारण ओडिया भाषा को आमे गुरुत्व दऊ ना हूँ, ओडिया को माने जस्ट अलगा नजर रे देखुछु हैं। बट वी आर इंटरेस्टेड टुवर्ड्स लर्निंग इंग्लिश। से भाया आम ओडिशार कथा कहली से भाया जदि तुम इंग्लैंड को जीव इंग्लैंड रे कहब से माने इंग्लिश को बेसी गुरुत्व देबे नहीं कारण सेटा तांकर लोकल लैंग्वेज। ओडिया जेमती आमर लोकल लैंग्वेज से भाया इंग्लिश ता इंग्लैंड रो लोकल लैंग्वेज। तो सेठी जो माने स्लो लर्नर थिले से माने कौन कम पढ़ुले माने कम जानूले से माने को स्लो लर्नर बोली कह जाउथला। से माने को कौन कराउथला से माने को केवल इंग्लिश पढ़ाउथला, अलगा सब्जेक्ट से माने बुझी पारिबेनी बोली कहउथला। तो जेहेतु विंस्टन चर्चिल से कैटेगोरी पिला थिले टिके स्लो लर्नर थिले तांको कौन कराला तुम केवल इंग्लिश पढ़ी पार। तो से जो सेक्शन रे केवल इंग्लिश पढ़ाऊला से सेक्शन रे तांकरा एडमिशन हो गला। सो वी वेर कन्सिडर्ड सच डंसेस माने आमको ए भलिया बुद्धू बोली माने भाबुथले स्लो लर्नर बोली भाबुथले दैट वी कुड लर्न ओनली इंग्लिश, दैट वी कुड लर्न ओनली इंग्लिश जे केवल आम इंग्राजी ही पढ़ी पारिबु अलगा जिनस पढ़ी पारिबु नहीं। And Mr. Somerville, here comes the main character of the paragraph. Paragraph ro main character ro entry एठी है the teacher, English teacher, Mr. Somerville। कौन तांका ना Mr. Somerville, the English teacher। Who was the English teacher of Winston Churchill? Mr. Somerville। So could learn, okay, a most delightful man, very good also, a most delightful man, जने आनंददायी मनीष, जने आनंददायी मनीष। Who was the most delightful man according to Winston Churchill? Mr. Somerville। To whom my debt is great, जहाँको पाखरे मु चिर ऋणी, डेप्ट कहले ऋण पिले DEBT, डेप्ट कहले ऋण। टू whom my debt is great, जहाँको पाखरे मु चिर ऋणी, my debt is great, was charged with the duty of teaching the stupidest boy। the duty of teaching पढ़ेबार दायित्व, the duty of teaching कहले पढ़ेबार दायित्व कहा को मान को पढ़ेबार दायित्व? the stupidest boy, the stupidest, stupid रो superlative degree adjective stupidest, stupid, stupidia, stupidest, सो स्टुपिडेस्ट कहले सबुठारु निर्बोध पिलामाने तो सबुठारु निर्बोध पिलामानंकु सबुठारु आनंददायी मनीष मिस्टर समरबेल पाठ पढ़ाउथिले कौन पढ़ाउथिले बोए द मोस्ट डिसरिगार्डेड थिंग आउ से जो सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाउथिले दैट वाज कंसीडर एज द मोस्ट डिसरिगार्डेड माने रिगार्ड दिया हो नथिला सम्मान दिया हो नथिला सेही सब्जेक्ट को सब्जेक्ट सेटा यस नेमली टू राइट मियर इंग्लिश साधारण इंग्राजी लेखिबार कला शिखेबार दायित्व कहार थिला मिस्टर समरबेल द इंग्लिश टीचर टू राइट मियर इंग्लिश मियर मीन्स जनरल इंग्लिश मियर मीन्स जनरल MERE मियर मीन्स जनरल इंग्लिश एंड ही न्यू से जानी थिले हु मिस्टर समरबेल ही न्यू हाउ टू डू इट एंड मिस्टर समरबेल जानी थिले केमती पढ़ेबार अच्छी माने जो माने स्लो लर्नर पिला माने थिले से मान को इंग्लिश केमिति शिखेबार अच्छी इंग्लिश केमिति पढ़ेबार अच्छी ही न्यू द टेक्निक वेरी वेल से बहुत बढ़िया हिसाब रे सेटा जानी थिले to whom my debt is great was starred with mere English. He knew how to do it. He taught it as no one else has ever taught it. He taught it as no one else has ever taught it. She came to पढ़ाउथिले. So how did Mr. Somerville teach English? ए जगह एक प्रश्न उठे. How did Mr. Somerville teach English? So the way of teaching by Mr. Somerville was excellent and extraordinary. He taught it as no one else has ever taught it. से एभली पढ़ाउथिले जे किए केबे पढ़ाउ नथिले no one else has ever taught it. Not only did we learn English parsing thoroughly and by his blessing तांको आशीर्वाद तांकर टीचिंग द्वारा तांकर पढ़ाइबा शैली द्वारा not only did we learn English parsing thoroughly. Parsing कहले विभागीकरण भाग भाग करिबा to divide the words in a sentence. This is called parsing. Okay, so not only we learn English parsing thoroughly, but we also practice continually English analysis. Analysis कहले विश्लेषण and parsing कहले संश्लेषण दुईटा grammatical word. माने पार्सिंग कहले वर्ड सबको भाग भाग करवा सबको अलग अलग करके माने जमती पोस्टमार्टम करा जाए सब अलग अलग करवा आ एनालिसिस कहले ता उपरे टिप्पणी देवा बुझेइबा संश्लेषण और विश्लेषण दुईटा प्रक्रिया मिस्टर समरवेल हैड ए सिस्टम ऑफ हिज ओन मिस्टर समरवेल जो इंग्लिश टीचर थिले हैड ए सिस्टम ऑफ हिज ओन तांकर निजस्व गोटे सिस्टम थिला इनोवेटिव कहले नूतन चिंताधारा प्रणीत क्रिएटिव कौन कह क्रिएटिव इनोवेटिव मीन्स क्रिएटिव आइडिया नुआ उपाय सब बाहर करवा नुआ उपाय रे शिक्षा दान इनोवेटिव वे इट्स ए न्यू वे यू कैन से सो सिस्टम ऑफ हिज ओन ही टुक ए फेयरली लॉन्ग सेंटेंस ही टुक ए फेयरली लॉन्ग सेंटेंस से कौन करते गोटे बड़ वाक्य नहीं जाऊे किए मिस्टर समरवेल ही टुक ए फेयरली लॉन्ग सेंटेंस एंड ब्रोक इट अप इनटू ब्रोक अप भांगुले खंड खंड करुले ब्रोक इट अप इनटू इट्स कंपोनेंट्स कहले उपादान ब्रोक इट अप इनटू इट्स कंपोनेंट्स कहले उपादान से सब उपादान को अलग 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 करते जमी सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट कम्प्लीमेंट एडजंक्ट clause, relative clause, independent clause, dependent clause, conditional, etc. Yes, lots of things. So means and into its components by means of black, red, blue, and green inks. कौन ink व्यवहार को? What are the green inks that I use? Black, red, blue, and green. These are the ink being used by Mr. Somerville. Black, red, blue, and green. These are the inks being used by whom? Mr. Somerville. Subject, verb, object, relative clause. Subject, verb, subject है suppose black letter ला, verb टा है green, देन क्लोज आसिला तमर ब्लू एभलिया से पार्ट 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 करी बुझाऊले क्लोजेस इच हैड इट्स कलर एंड इट्स ब्रैकेट या रिलेटिव क्लॉज कंडीशनल क्लॉज कंजंक्टिव एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव क्लॉजेस सो ईच हैड इट्स कलर ईच कहले प्रत्येक इट्स हैड इट्स कलर प्रत्येक एलिमेंट रो अलग अलग कलर कॉम्बिनेशन थिला ईच हैड इट्स कलर एंड इट्स ब्रैकेट आउ सेटा ब्रैकेट रे भी रखुतले एमती जेंती मो लिखिली गोटे कलर दियंती याकू गोटे कलर दियंती याकू एमती ब्रैकेट रे रखंती याकू एमती अंडरलाइन करके चलती मो ओके इट वाज ए काइंड ऑफ ड्रिल and it was a kind of drill eta gote prakar drill thila test thila it was kind of drill we did it almost daily au ei drill ta ei abhyas ta ame sabu dino korthil we did it almost daily and as I remain third fourth jehetu mo sabu bele mane sei C section D section re rohutili third or fourth section re rohutili 3 times as long as anyone else तो ए सेक्शन रो पिला थरे करूथिले बी सेक्शन रो पिला द्वि थर करूथिले सी सेक्शन रो पिला तीन थर करूथिले डी सेक्शन रो पिला चारि थर करूथिले तांगर सिस्टम थिला सेटा सो आई हैव टू डू इट फॉर थ्राइस और 4 टाइम्स एवरी डे तीन थर रु 4 थर मते डेली प्रैक्टिस करबा पई पड़थुला एज लॉन्ग एज एनीवन एल्स अन्य मानक तुलनाले आई हैड 3 टाइम्स एज मच ऑफ इट आई हैड 3 टाइम्स एज मच ऑफ इट मु सबुदिन गोटे जिनस को 3 थर 4 थर लेखे प्रैक्टिस करूली आई लर्न इट थ्रोली एंड व्हाट हैपेंड देन आई लर्न इट थ्रोली मु पूरा स्पष्ट भाव रे शिखी गली आई लर्न इट थ्रोली या and thus I got into my bones the essential structure of the ordinary British sentences. Thus I got into my bones, got into one's bone means understand thoroughly, understand clearly. अस्ति मज्जागत हिजिबा पूरा भल से बुझी जीवा. So thus I got into my bones the ordinary structure of ordinary British sentences. कौन हला जहाँ फल बारंबार प्रैक्टिस करने द्वारा जमती आम जाचे इंग्लिश जानापी दुईटा की अच्छी दुईटा चाबी अच्छी वन इज ऑब्जर्वेशन अनदर इज प्रैक्टिस दीज आर द टू कीज टू लर्न इंग्लिश व्हाट आर फर्स्ट थिंग इज ऑब्जर्वेशन सेकंड थिंग इज प्रैक्टिस इफ यू प्रैक्टिस ए लॉट यू विल गेट ए लॉट जिते प्रैक्टिस करिवो तुम सेतिकी पाइबो सो व्हिच इज ए नोबल थिंग एंड इट वाज ए गुड थिंग फॉर मी व्हिच इज ए नोबल थिंग and when in after years परवर्ती समय रे when in after years जेतेबेले क्लास रोल ऑन हे चलीला बड़ क्लास को मुगली when in after years what happens my school fellows मोर जो स्कूल साथी माने थिले सांग माने थिले स्कूल फेलोज मीन्स क्लासमेट्स यू कैन से स्कूल फेलोज हु हैड ओन प्राइजेस जो माने प्राइज जीतु थिले हु हैड ओन प्राइजेस एंड डिस्टिंक्शन कहले सम्मान डिस्टिंक्शन कहले सम्मान डिस्टिंक्शन कहले रिवॉर्ड सो माय स्कूल फेलोज हु आर ओन प्राइजेस एंड डिस्टिंक्शन जो माने उपहार पाउतले एवं जो माने कौन का पाउतले ये डिस्टिंक्शन पाउतले कौन होतले से मानकर प्राइजेस कहीं की पाउतले फॉर राइटिंग सच ब्यूटीफुल लैटिन पोएट्री एंड पीथी ग्रीक एपिग्राम्स पीथी ग्रीक एपिग्राम्स ग्रीक रे सेट स्टोरी सेट पैराग्राफ सब लिखिकी लैटिन रे पोएट्री लिखिकी लैटिन रे पोएट्री लैटिन भाषा रे पोएट्री लिखिकी से माने प्राइज पाउथले तापर ग्रीक भाषा रे माने शॉर्ट फ्रेजेस एपिग्राम्स कहले फ्रेजेस यू नो पैराग्राफ्स शॉर्ट पैराग्राफ सब लिखिकी जो माने प्राइज पाउथले कौन हला ओन प्राइजेस एंड दिस फॉर राइटिंग सो ब्यूटीफुल लैटिन पोएट्री एंड पीथी ग्रीक एपिग्राम्स हैड टू कम डाउन अगेन टू कॉमन इंग्लिश and they had to come down again to common English. सेमानकु पुणी थरे से साधारण इंग्राजी शिखिबा का पई पड़ीला. Yes or no? So what happens for writing such again to common English to earn their livings or make their way to earn their livings रोजगार करिबा पई make their way चाकरी करिबा पई जीवन निर्धारण करने टू अर्न देयर लिविंग्स मेक देयर वे And at that time, say somewhere, at that time, I did not feel myself any disadvantage. ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ମୋତେ ଲାଗିଲା ଯେ ମୁଁ ଇଂରାଜୀ ପଢ଼ି କିଛି ବି ଭୁଲ କରିନାହିଁ. I didn't feel any disadvantage at the time. And naturally, prakrutore, naturally, I'm biased in favor of boys learning English. I'm biased, B-I-A-S-E-D, biased means partial. Biased means partial. पक्षपात. Biased in favor of boys learning English. ମୋ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ଇନଷ୍ଟିଙ୍କ୍ଟ ଥିଲା, ପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତି ଥିଲା ଯେ ଯେଉଁ ପିଲାମାନେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ, ଯେଉଁମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ସପୋର୍ଟ କରୁଥିଲି. ଆଇ ଏମ୍ ବାଏସ୍ଡ ଇନ୍ ଫେଭର ଅଫ୍ ବଏଜ୍ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଇଂଲିଶ. ଯେଉଁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ସପୋର୍ଟ କରୁଥିଲେ. ଆଣ୍ଡ ଆଇ ଉଡ୍ ମେକ୍ ଦେମ୍ ଅଲ୍ ଲର୍ନ ଇଂଲିଶ. ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ଶିଖାଉଥିଲି. I would make them all learn English. And then I would let the clever ones learn Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat. And I would let the clever ones learn Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat. ଆଉ ସେଇ ପିଲାମାନେ ତାର ବଦଳରେ ମୋତେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ, ଲାଟିନ୍ ଶିଖାଉଥିଲେ ଆଉ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ ବି ଶିଖାଉଥିଲେ. Those clever students, they were being taught by me English. I was teaching them English. ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ାଉଥିଲି. And they were making me learn what? Greek and Latin as a treat. ସେମାନେ ମୋତେ ଉପହାର ସ୍ୱରୂପ ମୋତେ ଶିଖାଉଥିଲେ. କ'ଣ ଶିଖାଉଥିଲେ? They were teaching me what? Greek and Latin. But the only thing ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ହେଉଥିଲା, I would whip them. ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବାଡ଼ଉଥିଲି. whip ବାଡ଼େଇବା. So I would whip them. ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବାଡ଼ଉଥିଲି. I would whip them for not knowing English. ସେମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ଜାଣୁନଥିଲେ ବୋଲିକିରି ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲି? I would be for not knowing English. I was whipping them. ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବାଡ଼ଉଥିଲି. Whip them for not knowing English, and I would whip them hard for that. ଆଉ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ଟର୍ଚର କରୁଥିଲି, ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ବାଡ଼ଉଥିଲି. So that's all for the day, I think so. କିଛି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଅଛି ପିଲେ? What kind of students were taught Latin and Greek at Harrow? କେଉଁ ଭଳିଆ ପିଲାମାନେ ଲାଟିନ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଗ୍ରୀକ୍ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ ହାରୋରେ? ସିମ୍ପଲ୍ ଆନ୍ସର୍ ଅଛି. What kind of students were taught Latin and Greek at Harrow? At Harrow, the clever students were taught, yes, very good. The clever students were taught Latin and Greek. Okay, then number 2, which students were taught only English? The dull students were taught only English. କେଉଁ ପିଲାମାନେ ଇଂଲିଶ ପଢ଼ୁଥିଲେ? dull students were taught only English. Very good. 3 number ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ, how did the writer rate English as a subject and Mr. Somerville as a teacher? ଇଂଲିଶକୁ, yes, ସୁନିତା ୱାନ୍ସୁ, ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍ ବେଟା. ସୋ ରାଇଟରଙ୍କ ଅନୁସାରେ ମିଷ୍ଟର ସମରଭେଲ ଟିଚର ଆକାରରେ କିଭଳି ଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ଇଂଲିଶ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ଆକାରରେ କିଭଳି ଥିଲା? So according to the writer, Mr. Somerville was one of the best English teacher of all time. And in England, English was considered as the most disregarded subject. Question number 4, what part of the English grammar did he learn from Mr. Somerville? The writer learned parsing and analysis of English sentences from Somerville. Parsing and analysis. Okay. Then how did he score over the cleverer schoolfellows in after years? How did he, as his schoolfellows in after years, where to come to learn English to make their way or on their living? At that time, the writer got the benefit of making them learn English. And question number 6, why was he biased in favor of boys learning English language? Because he was teaching them English and whipping them hard, and he was telling them to teach him English, Latin as a treat, and Greek as a respect. So these are the all questions and answer of unit 2. Okay, hope you got it. So tomorrow, I think so from tomorrow for some days, ପିଲେ ମୁଁ ଆସନ୍ତା କାଲିଠାରୁ ଘରକୁ ଯିବି। ସो କିଛି ଦିନ ପାଇଁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସସ୍ପେଣ୍ଡ ରହିବ, କିଛି ଦିନ ପାଇଁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସସ୍ପେଣ୍ଡ ରହିବ। କାଲିଠୁ ଗଣପର୍ବ ନୂଆଖାଇ ୱେଷ୍ଟର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଉଛି, ଗଣେଶ ପୂଜାଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଉଛି। ତ କିଛି ଦିନ ପାଇଁ କ୍ଲାସ୍ଟା ସସ୍ପେଣ୍ଡ ରହିବ। ଆଣ୍ଡ ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ସୋ ଆଇ ୱିଲ୍ ଇନଫର୍ମ ୟୁ, କେବେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିବି ମୁଁ ଇନଫର୍ମ କରିକି କରିବି। ଓକେ, ସୋ ୱିଶ୍ ୟୁ ଅଲ୍ ହାପି ଗଣେଶ ଚତୁର୍ଥୀ। ମେ ଗଡ୍ ବ୍ଲେସ୍ ୟୁ to do well in your examination. Thank you. Stay tuned with Master of English.